Hi everyone, it's Matt again from MST Health and Fitness, taking you through our April exercise circuit recap. So we've got 3 mini circuits to go through today, and I'll take you through each one once, have a brief pause in between each one, and I'll leave it with you. You could do all 3 in one go as a continuous exercise circuit, or you could take each one on its own and repeat it 3, 4, however many times you like. I'll give you some training pointers as always as we go through. I'm assuming that you warmed up, you got a safe space to exercise in, you got a towel and maybe a drink or something like that. Okay, right, without further ado, let's get cracking. So your first round from the first week, I'm going to start with standing glutes. As we go through as well, I'll put in some training points as well, some variations in, just if that's necessary to do that. Okay, first one we're going to work on is on glutes, standing glutes. So our glutes are 3. Our glute max, glute min and med on our hips as well, but we're trying to focus mainly on glute max. If you've got a chair, this will help you sort of keep your balance a little bit whilst you do it. But whilst you have a chair, just light fingertip on top. Okay, I'm going to balance on my left leg. I'm going to do right leg first, right glutes first. My standing knee is soft. So if I just show you my leg here, locked is a lock knee. We don't want a lock knee ever in these exercises. Soft knee is just off locked, and that is a bent knee. So we want an off locked, a soft knee. So you should feel stable. There's no major stress on your knee joint. It's the muscles doing the work. Okay, here we go. With a straight knee that you're not standing on, pull your foot up towards you, right foot up towards you, and then take your straight leg back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we change legs. Softening on your right knee this time. Lock out your left knee, pull your foot up, take your leg back, heel back, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that's exercise 1. Exercise 2, bicep curls. With a curl, we say curl because we get a rotation in here. So my palm starts facing in this way, and then it comes up and faces towards me. So we've got a rotation in there. That's why we call it a curl. There are other variations, but 15 of these. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, light grip, 5, 4, my elbows stay in by my sides, 2, and 1. All the time. You should see hopefully there that my elbows aren't swinging either sort of away from my side. They seem almost like they're bolted to my sides, and I don't do any sort of wrist flexion or extension either with that. We just flex as far as we can. Smooth, controlled movements. Exercise 2, wide squats and a shoulder press. Okay, a wide squat might find easier than a normal squat in many ways. I'll show you from the side here, but I'm going to go wider than the width of the chair, and from a nice tall position, I want you to be nice and tall in between each of these. I'm going for 8 repetitions. I'm going to touch my bum onto the chair, and as I come down, I'm going to take my hands and arms up and forwards. They're not going to go above my head, but they're going to go up and forwards. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, breathing, 1, last one, and relax. Just get your feet moving for a moment as well. Technically, this next exercise is quite a tricky one, and there are a number of variations, but I thought we'd try and use one, or my thought was at the time when we were doing this, to get something working our tummy muscles. So side on with your chair, there are 2 options here. Both options, I'm going to very slightly recline. Tiny bit. I'm going to tuck my tailbone under a little bit and make sure that my tummy muscles are doing something all the time here, okay? Option 1, okay, hands across my chest. I'm going to go a straight leg lift. And as I lift my leg, I'm working my hip flexors, but I'm also engaging my abdominals here. So that's option 1. I'm going to go with option 2, which is a little bit further reclined, feet light on there, and then I'm going to go forwards an inch and back an inch. And we're going to do 12. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, shoulders relaxed, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, sitting all the way up. Tension now can just ease off on your abdominals. So that's circuit number 1. You could now rewind, go to the start, do them all again, repeat 2, maybe 3, maybe even 4 times to get that sort of focus on the exercise that we're doing. Alternatively, now we're going to move on to circuit 2. I'll turn my crib sheet around. So again, 4 exercises. Exercise 1, single leg calf raise. I'm going to use the chair again, just to keep me balanced. The emphasis has been on pushing us a little bit more, working a bit harder with the exercises now. So where before we might just do a normal calf raise, we're going to do a single leg calf raise and work ourselves a little bit harder. And we're going to do 10 each leg. Light touch on the chair, just hooking my that's my right foot around my left, and here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So control all the way up and all the way down. 3, 2, 1. Okay, change legs, straight into it. Here we go. 10, keeping tall, light grip, head relaxed to a point. The more stable your head is, the easier it is to balance. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and down we go. Alternatives there, you can try not holding on. Makes it a lot harder work. Again, you can rein it back in and just do both feet on the ground as well if you like. Lateral raise, good old lateral raise. Back onto your hand weights if you've got them and you want to use them. If you're using bands, this is a tough exercise, and of course, if you're using the bands, you can't really keep your feet moving like I'm doing here, but see how you go. Okay, 15 of these. So we come up to the side, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, light grip, very light grip, 7, hands are slightly forwards on my body, 4, soft elbows, 3, 2, control on the way up, 1, and on the way down. Okay, well done. Exercise 3, short range knee bends. Well, this one is for, when we walk, the last sort of range is this sort of bending my knee here. We never actually sort of fully lock out, but as our heel lands, we have the sort of natural suspension on our ankle, knee, or foot, ankle, knee, hip. And we're looking at working this little bend, that range there in our knees. I'm going to go left leg first, soft knee again, so off locked. Use the chair for balance if you like, and we're going for 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Knee should never lock. Here we go. Change legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so a little bit of a faster pace there, but still with lots of good control working these muscles here. If 20 is easy, go 30, go 40. See how you go. Okay, exercise 4, last one in the second mini circuit, tricep extensions. So with a tricep extension, start with your arms down by your sides. Lift your hands just to your hip here, so the bony bits on your hips. Keeping tall. I'm looking at the TV screen. If it looks like I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at the TV screen. It's easier. So shoulders are down. My elbows are going to stay in the same position, and I'm going to extend my arms backwards. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10. That was 11. That was 10. 9, 8. Light grip. Very light grip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax your arms. Okay, well done. So that's circuit 2. Again, you could rewind, repeat 2, 3, 4 times. But now we're going to move on to circuit number 3, mini circuit number 3, the last one of this series, this month's efforts. Okay, this is probably the toughest mini circuit that I've done with you, I think. Because we've increased repetitions, and we've also increased some of the intensity of the exercises. So I will give you some variations here to allow you to complete the circuit, but that suits you. Okay, at an intensity that suits you. Again, you could go normal shoulder width squats here. Let's bring that out there so you can see me. Or, which I'm going to do now, I'm going to go slightly wider. But we're doing 15 squats. Bearing in mind we've already done some earlier. No harm in doing more. Great exercise. Okay, here we go. 15 repetitions. 15. I'm just touching my bottom on the chair. But in between each repetition, I'm standing tall. Not over tall, just upright. Adjust myself there. 5, 6. Shoulders relaxed. You can see I use my arms here for ballast. It just keeps me balanced. 5 to go. Smooth and controlled. That might be an extra one. Get my counting wrong there. And 15. Okay, walking around. Just get your feet moving. We're going into a tough arm exercise really with the tricep dip. If your wrists if you struggle with your wrists, don't do this. There's elements of it that you could try. In fact, even just practicing, just maybe sort of resting. You see I've got straight elbows, shoulders are down, none of this with my shoulders coming up, and just resting into that position. It's a position of strength and a very functional movement that we use when we're getting up and out of a chair and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, bear it in mind. However, if the tricep dip is too much for you, just grab your hand weights again and go with tricep extension. That'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so on your chair, this is very much about triceps and the back of your shoulders and your shoulder girdle strength. I've got my knuckles facing forwards. You could go on the edge of the chair if you like as well, if that was more comfortable. I'm going to walk my feet forwards a little bit, get me in picture again. Bring my knees over my feet, my shoulders over my hips, my elbows are locked, my shoulders are down. And we're doing 8 elbow bends, 8 dips. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock out, shoulders down, slide your bottom back onto the chair. So that's a set of 8. You could increase the range if you wanted to, and I'll show you that now. So from here, the same starting position, you could go further down, but all the while, notice where my shoulders are. They're staying down. They're not coming up here. As soon as I lose that structure, I risk hurting my shoulders. You could also take your feet further out, and then that becomes a much tougher exercise overall. Okay, back in, up we get. 2 more exercises to go. So a balance and coordination one now, which is the knee lift. So we lift knee up, down a bit, up again, and down. We'll do 10. 9 more. Up, down a bit, up and down. 2. That's 3, sorry. Counting is not my forte, is it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, head move there, 10, almost lost my balance. Okay, there we go. One more exercise to go, upright row. This last round and week and a bit, we've been focusing again on the upper range of the upright row, just with a view to building strength and confidence in the upper range. Again, if your shoulders, if you have trouble with your shoulders at any point, this is still a good exercise to do because it's working a lot of the muscles that are really important to keep strong. But you work within a good technical, good quality range. So an upright row, full upright row is up to here and then down again. Notice my shoulders stay down. Show from the front, my hands are always below the imaginary line between my elbows, okay, and down. But your starting point for this exercise is as far up as you feel comfortable that you can go without your hands coming up or your shoulders lifting, or one doing one doing the other. So if here feels maximum range with excellent technique, then that's where you're going to start this exercise. If you're happier coming up, that's where you're starting. So here we go. And we're doing 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very slowly back down out of the upright row. So we just protect our shoulders. When you come up into this upward motion, there's a bit of rotation in your shoulder joint and it re-rotates as you come back down, and you don't want to have any muscles go twang or hurt themselves. Right, okay, so those are your 3 circuits. Please message me, as always, if you want me to go over anything in more detail. Very happy to do so. Have a good go at it. And for now, thanks very much. Remember to do your stretching as well afterwards. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Bye.